Sadly, more than 3,000 of those have died after contracting diseases like HIV and hepatitis C. In 2018, an independent inquiry into the use of infected blood opened. It's reviewed thousands of documents and heard testimony from hundreds of witnesses.
The government has said there is a moral case for compensation, but wanted to wait for the inquiry to finish before setting up a full scheme. Now, MPs have backed up a move to speed up payments for victims. Nick Wallace has more.
My name's Lena Douglas. My father died in 1991. He was infected with HIV, hepatitis C and AIDS due to infected blood products.
My name is Pauline Sutherland. My father was given contaminated blood through a blood transfusion, to which it caused his death in 2001.
My name's Sue Sparks. I'm from Wales. I lost my husband in 1990. He was a haemophiliac infected with HIV and hepatitis C.
Nina, Pauline and Sue met their fellow infected blood campaigners in London today. They visited each government department responsible for the scandal and the decades-long refusal to pay proper compensation, delivering a blunt message.
You should pay because you have wronged thousands of people, killed them, killed their loved ones. And this is not, just a payout for victims, for families. These are the real financial losses that people have incurred. They couldn't get health insurance, life insurance. People lost their homes.
The eyes to the right, 246. The nose to the left, 242.
Last night, Rishi Sunak's government suffered its first parliamentary defeat as MPs voted to establish a compensation scheme for those affected. Today, MPs joined campaigners outside 10 Downing Street to maintain the public pressure.
We will keep battling on. We'll keep holding the government to account. And the government have said they accept the moral case for paying compensation. So now it's about getting them to actually make those payments.
Colin and Denise's son Lee battled for 6 years after contracting HIV from an infected blood product. They told the public inquiry what happened when, aged 10, doctors gave him 2 days to live.
They said an infection on the brain. So we insisted that he went home that day because that's what he wanted to do. He kept asking to go home.
It's thought more than 500 people have died since the inquiry began. For decades, these victims and their families have been ignored, and the offer of cast iron compensation has come too late. Today is about showing the government that they're not going to go away until they get justice. The government says it's sympathetic to the strength of feeling and will put in place legislation to establish a compensation body as soon as parliamentary time allows. For the hundreds of victims who've sadly already lost their lives, it's just all too late. Nick Wallace, 5 News.